So last we left off, the group was seeking shelter in what appeared to be an old wizard's tower that was then barricaded. You had taken the body of Asher to be burned in the wizard's tower, and upon doing so, the flames turned blue after Hyde produced a blue flower that he added to it, and amongst the burning ashes, a small tree began to rapidly grow and go through what appeared to be seasons right before your eyes. You traveled deeper in the tower and discovered that it appeared to be a sort of auditorium that displayed multiple artifacts, many of which seemed to be already pillaged. Other than that, you just talked amongst yourselves about what was next, as it appeared that the marshal had made off with whatever he needed from Ezra. So with that, we can hop right into it. You guys were about to start a long rest. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
We're currently in the Wizard's Tower, correct?
You are currently in the Wizard's Tower. You are actually amidst this beautiful tree that's almost casting this space-like illusion around it.
Similar to what's in the background there?
Yeah.
Are there any books in the Wizard's Tower?
You can go ahead and make an investigation check. And
yeah, I would love to do that.
In similar vein, I will look around for components, specific components that I'll need in the future.
18.
18?
Yes.
Okay. How long are you looking for anything in particular, or just anything that...
Rituals. Anything pertaining to rituals.
Okay. Interestingly enough, as you're searching around, you do come across a couple scattered tomes that appear to go into advanced arcane practice in something specifically referred to as high magic, which is a specific type of ritual casting that involves a group of casters that essentially work together to cast spells that they would not be able to produce on their own.
Cool. Okay. I will grab that, not read it yet, but I'll grab it.
It's probably about 5 or 6 books.
Okay. I'll grab as many books as I can grab on this
it's about
topic.
as many as you can carry.
Okay. I'll put it in our container, whatever you call that,
Sure.
Yeah. And then I'd like to also peruse anything pertaining to time magic.
With that roll and that with that check, that's about all you're gonna get.
Okay.
Like that, the reasonable amount of time that you spend looking, that's about what you find. It looks like this place has been pillaged, pretty much.
Do I need to know the titles of these books, or is that important, or just a...
No, it would just be like 6 volumes on high magic.
I'll start reading the first one before I go to bed.
Okay. And Harmony, you're specifically looking for alchemic components or components for casting?
I was looking for the components for teleportation circle. It's magical ink and chalk.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
With detect magic up, I don't know if that would ping on any magical ink.
That would help.
Ooh. Oh, 9 minus 1, 8.
8. So, I mean, with the detect magic up, this is an individual that frequently used a teleportation circle. So you do find that a lot of the materials have been, either scattered across the ground and almost made useless. But you'd be able to gather just enough ink for probably about one casting. Chalk is superfluous. You can grab pretty much as much chalk as you can carry. So I'd say you could get about a pound of chalk.
Okay.
It does look like much of the supply of magical ink has already been taken, though.
I'll scrounge up as much as I can before heading to bed.
Okay.
Not really knowing Harmony. She just feels like she needs these items. She doesn't know.
I'd like to take a look at any of the books left that would pertain to resurrection or reincarnation or anything like that.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
15.
The best you uncover a book that goes into, it's like a brief history of famous wizards of the past,
Okay.
specifically focused on those who tried to push the bounds of mortal life. And there's essentially a short, there's a whole dedicated section on lichdom.
Okay.
And just like the transition from life to undeath. That's about as close as you can get.
Cool. Tonight I'm just going to kind of thumb through it, but not really do any hardcore reading.
Okay.
I have a DM question.
Yeah.
When you're crafting the potions, how do you get the additives? Is the only way to get the additives is by buying them?
No, if you know what you're looking for, you can.
Like the C tier, D tier, A tier.
Yeah, you can harvest it from like plants and things you find out in the wilds, or from creatures.
Okay.
Other than that, it's a matter of essentially buying it is the easiest way.
All right. Ezra's just gonna go sit by that tree that came out of Asher's body and just hang out there until she goes to bed.
So you're gonna sleep under the tree?
No, eventually I'm gonna go to bed, but I'm just gonna wait a couple of hours.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Oh boy. That's a 9 total.
Okay. All right. Before you did harvest some essence from your soul bag, and I don't think we did that accounting yet, did we?
I think we did, yes.
Okay, you good?
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Okay. In that case, you're all taking a long rest?
Yeah.
So?
Okay. So, with that, you rest somewhat uneasy, knowing possibly what the morning could bring. And you don't get much sleep, but you do manage to sneak in a long rest. When all of you are awakened at exactly the same time, you hear this almost metallic bang sound that echoes through the entirety of the city. And in the distance, almost what sounds like a woman screaming that kind of turns into a chorus of the same voice screaming, not in fear or in pain, but almost this scream of just a primal rage. And after it ends, there's still just echoes of this.
That's probably not good.
Through the faint windows there is this persistent red light that the dawn has seemingly brought.
Oh god, I'm afraid to look outside.
I'll look outside.
Okay. As you look outside, what you notice is it appears as impossible as it seems that Dweomerheart seems to have a new moon that is currently in the midst of an eclipse that kind of that casts this blood moon across the rising sun.
Wait, it's got a new moon is in the cycle, or new moon is in not there before?
As in not there before.
Cool. Good to know.
What the absolute fuck?
I wonder how this will affect the tides.
Asher, are you up as well?
You said everybody woke up at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, you all wake up. So Virgil went over to inspect the.
Yeah, I would have gone behind him.
Oh, okay. For the rest of you, you notice something a little different about Asher. He appears to no longer be in a tabaxi form.
God. Fuck.
What the hell?
What the fuck?
Asher, you watch as everyone is just looking at you like slack-jawed.
I mean, you guys know the moon controls the tide. I don't know why you guys look so surprised.
Look at
You might wanna
yourself,
take a look
Asher.
at-
Look at your hands.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go lay back down, and then I'll wake up from the dream. This is fucking crazy. I go and lay back down,
Okay.
and
As you kind of sleepily blink over and go to lay back down, you do notice towards the tree, there appears to be some kind of strange individual with just this pack of bullshit on their back with it looks like they've made a small fire at the foot of the tree, and it smells like they're heating up coffee.
Excuse me. Who are you?
As you kind of look closer, you see this very small tabaxi individual, maybe about 5 foot nothing, that once again is just kind of curled up with this impossible amount of bullshit on his or her back, and just looks up at you and just says, morning. I did not want to wake you. How do you make your coffee?
Does anyone know this guy?
Cream and 2 sugars, please.
I don't think I know this guy.
Apologies. It appears I do not have any cream.
Okay, then just straight up black.
No sugars then.
Fuck it, yeah.
So I'll be the one to say it since everyone's. How did you get in here?
Well, through the tree, of course.
Oh, that makes
What?
so much sense.
How did you get in through the tree?
Surely this is what you expected, no? You planted a tree of the traveler. Presumably it would come with a warden to watch it. Balthazar, nice to meet you.
Hi, Balthazar, Asher. Didn't know we were planting a tree of the traveler, but welcome.
Well, I suppose they say beware of the gifts.
Yeah, I had a gift where I was also a tabaxi, and now I'm no longer. Got an answer for that one?
I mean,
So
it
many
seems
questions.
simple, no?
No.
Presumably you have paid your penance. Or the traveler has deemed you worthy of this less capable form?
Yeah, I had some pretty cool tricks.
Excuse me?
Yes,
Hi, I'm Ezra.
I know who you are.
What is this tree of the traveler?
It is a place that allows you to transfer from one place to another. Some even say from one time to another.
How does it get planted? Get
Well,
made?
Typically, it takes a great sacrifice from a follower.
Ashes.
Even an unknowing follower?
I do not know exactly how it works. This is the first one that I have seen.
Okay, because this body we burned.
Why you? What are you doing
Yes.
He's
I
gotta
also-
watch it. He's the warden. He said that already.
Very astute young man.
Has the traveler sent you?
The same way that he has sent us all, yes. Which reminds me, and with that he takes this large pack off of his back and starts sort of unpacking these random implements and items. As he unpacks, you watch as he has this huge fucking revolver that he places down on the stone tile.
Oh,
He puts on a large leather coat and he places a very aged and well-worn cowboy hat on the tile next to it. And you watch as he slips something into his jacket pocket from his bag.
Oh my god, the traveler actually did send you.
how do you know that?
You know, for an awakened, you ask many questions.
Me?
What's an awakened?
Who's awakened?
Oh, most all of you.
Awakened
what?
from what?
The blood crystal? The one that sings?
The blood crystal.
That thing that we can talk to each other in the minds.
From Daru?
Yeah, remember that?
That's
Isn't
the-
that
That's the
red?
blood crystal?
I mean, it's the only crystal I could think of that this guy's talking about.
Yeah, me too.
With that, he's just looking at you with this very cocked eyebrow, like he expected you to know these things.
I'm fucking confused.
Yeah,
Seems
I'm
so.
sorry, friend, but we have no idea what is going on right now.
Can you maybe start from the beginning?
Whoa, that's a very broad. We don't even know what time this guy's from. You said you could travel
At the
through
dawn
time.
of time,
Well, no.
And now we know.
Speed it up.
the founders of our universe created through a material.
You're that old?
No, but it is an oral tradition. We tell stories.
You're not making any sense, buddy.
Think back to the dawn of time,
Okay.
Got it.
All right.
okay?
I'm with you.
This is
There.
where our story begins.
Okay.
The gods created everything from this mystical material. This crystal that makes up the living gate. You understand the living gate, yes?
Dorian.
The gate that separates the gods from the mortals.
That gate. That gate.
Could you go through this gate? Could one mortal go into the gate?
Why, you have just witnessed it here today.
You're immortal or you're immortal?
Oh, no. Not me, my friend. I am just but a humble servant. I refer to, of course, the one that they call Kerensali.
Went through the gate.
Through and back. A real-life god on your side of the chicken house.
Oh,
What are you guarding it from?
Chicken house.
I'm sorry, you're a little far back. What was that? Tall
What are
one?
you guarding this portal from?
Oh, wood mites, candlizers, everything in between.
so you're like a gardener.
This is what I said, yes.
You were in the middle of telling a story.
Ah, yes, the one about the dawn of time.
Yes.
At the dawn of time, the founder gods created everything through gate glass. Yet in doing so, they needed to ensure that the very creations they made did not uprise and destroy them. So within each and every one of us, they programmed stopgaps, milestones in our natural evolution that we could never surpass. Of course, unless we were exposed to this. And with that, he does a simple illusion spell and conjures a image of a very familiar looking crystal.
Oh, like from the meteor?
Crystal.
Harmony will get in close and inspect it. I think this is our first time seeing it.
Yeah, it would be. The skeleton of a celestial machine activated by a madman by the name of Arthur Caldwell. In doing so, mortals are now becoming gods. He was the first. It appears that this Kerensali, another awakened, is the second.
Have there been any more, or just those two?
Some say that the day that Caldwell kicked off the machine, that was the very day that the Traveler was born. Yet, if you ask me, I think this is heresy, because at the dawn of time, there was only one thing that preceded, and that is... And with that, he kind of looks a little confused for a second and starts mumbling something to himself in another language and looks at all of you and starts snapping his fingers.
The traveler?
Yes, but
Space, time?
no.
Existence?
You listen as he now is beginning to just rhyme.
Oh, you're trying to rhyme?
Yeah, you watch as he's just sitting there rhyming. He's just sitting there just saying like, the wavering trickster in the mister, the one who do not rabble the rabbler, the weary traveler. What's the question?
Well, if the Traveler is a god, then...
If look at this one.
Hey,
All
this is new to me.
like the ass of a small child, and you say if.
Okay, fine. The Traveler's a god, so time really doesn't have that. He's outside of time, right? So when he's created doesn't actually matter. Right?
One could make that argument, yes.
So maybe he did get created when the machine kicked off or whatever.
As that happens, or as you say that, there is a very loud at the large ornate door
Fuck.
that marks this tower.
We're out of time, guys.
A lot going on right now.
Yeah, thank you, Balthazar. What was it?
Balthazar.
Balthazar.
Hey, can we use this tree to get out of here?
Well, I don't know if you have the capabilities, but if it's easier, and with that, you watch as he takes that pot and begins kicking materials away, and amongst the leaves and dust, there is a pristine teleportation circle that he was sitting right on top of at the base of this tree.
Wait, is that how you got in here?
It's
What's
a good
that?
one.
Was it the tree or the teleportation circle?
I don't understand the
Did you
teleportation.
get Balthazar? Did you get here through the teleportation circle and the tree?
I came through the tree and I made the circle.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
In past life, I was a woodworker, and with certain stones, it is sort of similar texture. And with that, there's another.
Okay. I'm gonna go forward and start and brush away the rest of the leaves.
I gesture to Asher's body. Is this permanent?
Fantastic question.
Yes.
Thank you.
This cannot be undone.
What
I don't know. I
happens-
just made that up.
I give him.
I mean, actually, I'm totally into this.
You should. I could report back and take backseats. And with that, you now see this green light that is almost drilling through the front of the door that makes this tiny keyhole that fires through like a laser.
Oh, they got lasers now.
And you watch as a portion of the door is just disintegrating into dust. And you watch as it's almost like a flame spreading across a dry piece of paper as the door is literally just disintegrating at this point.
We have to go.
Sorry, if we bounce, are you going to be okay alone?
As you turn and watch Balthazar, you watch as he's now put on the cowboy hat and he's sitting there just lighting a cigarette.
Okay, looks like he's good. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I've been, Harmony summons Dusk and just lies it on the ground and takes out all the bottle of ink that she scavenged. She doesn't know. She slams the ink and breaks the bottle into the teleportation circle. And then I cast teleportation circle.
How long does it take to cast?
A minute.
A minute. Okay, so you're working on this
Yeah.
now. Okay.
I started working on it when I was trying to brush all the leaves
Okay.
across,
Sure.
which buys us 15 seconds.
Sure. So Harmony's been working on this for a while now. You watch as she's like kind of rapidly scrambling to do this.
How big is the hole?
The hole is now. Well, it's a good point that you ask because you watch as something begins to step through the hole. It appears to be a very tall female form with jet black hair, sort of pale, almost purplish skin, wielding this large scythe with one of her hands completely rotten and decayed.
Oh.
Behind her stands an
Fuck.
entire army of drow combatants.
Jesus.
I'm gonna hold anti-life shell in case anyone gets too close on all of us. Everyone get
Okay.
together.
Okay, you're gonna cast a spell.
Yeah, I'll just cast it now, I guess.
Okay.
I'll have my glaive out. It's got a 10-foot reach in case anybody gets too close.
Okay.
We can't go through the tree.
If you have a spell that allows you to do that.
Hmm. Mm.
So, with that, you watch as this figure, which Asher, this is the woman from your dreams.
That's her. She's
You
the
watch
one.
as she's across the room, and you swear, you blink, and without a single sound, she's right up on the shell. And you watch as her hair just sort of waves and then gradually settles with her hand just touching the corner of this.
Harmony, can you hurry?
And you watch as
I'm trying.
as her hand approaches the white light of the barrier, it passes through.
Oh my god.
Could I try to help out?
You watch
Hey
as
guys, want to do something, guys?
As
Does
it
anybody want to do
does,
something? Does anybody want to say something?
as it does, the kind of beautiful, pristine, almost porcelain hand, you watch as it passes through, it's almost like dust in the wind, as the flesh just is stripped off, and there's this rotten skeletal hand that's left.
This is scary.
Anti-life shell sort of shows the true form of this quite undead individual that begins to kind of gently touch the side of your cheek, Ezra.
Guys, someone.
And with that, she just ducks her head and she just steps through. And she says,
Harmony yells out, "Would somebody fucking do something?"
I'm just gonna attack. I'll attack that fucking.
With that, you hear a voice that does not sound familiar to you and seems to be of a new individual that has entered the fray from behind you. You hear a deep voice that almost emanates through the room just say, "Well, I can't argue with that." And with that, there is this flurry of loud bangs as you watch as Balthazar steps forward, just fanning the hammer of this large revolver. And you watch as this figure stands there staring at you, Ezra, unflinching, as there's holes in her shoulder, in her chest, and one that just catches the side of her cheek, blowing out like the flesh on her face, leaving exposed teeth. And with that, she's just sitting there with just this faint smile. And with that, she just says, "Until next time, sister." And with that, she reaches out, grabs Balthazar, flips him around, and you watch as the hand of Vecna kind of creeps around the side of this Tabaxi's small...
Someone fucking stop it!
And with that voice once again rings out and just says, "It's been a pleasure, gentlemen." And the last thing you see before the circle goes off and your vision just goes white is this snap as Balthazar, with this completely content face, just gives you one last nod, and your vision just goes white.
What a fucking day.
Christ.
Whew. Harmony,
Yeah.
you know of 2 spots. You don't know how you know them, but you know them. One spot takes you to a not long dead, but a dead tree, similar to the one that you've just left, out in the wastes, far south of Fort Wallstrom. The other location takes you would know, just off the path next to a shrine to the Raven Queen. This is going to be closer to the sink, just north of it.
I'm going to the shrine of the Raven Queen.
Okay.
If I have a choice.
Okay. So with that, you all hear Ezra's last shout of someone do something, as with this flash, you find yourself at the foot of a shrine to the Raven Queen. A bouquet of flowers is sitting there right in front of you as you've all kind of fallen. Some of you have kind of fallen to all fours just through the sheer chaos of this.
I'm gonna jump up and fucking look around, like, on alert if anything may have fallen us through, like, just freaking the fuck out on this whole situation.
Yeah, you jump up, look around, and you've been here before, yet there appears to be now some trees that have been cleared, and what looks like a seemingly abandoned large house with the scent of what smells like a freshly cooked breakfast.
I fall to all fours and immediately vomit.
Okay. Asher vomits on the Raven Queen. And with that, you hear a voice ring out as you kind of turn and watch. Somewhere just east of the house, you see an individual that has now dropped what looks like a pile of chopped wood. He just goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
Sorry. I never teleported before.
You're cleaning that up.
Okay.
You've got the whole forest around you. And right on the shrine. Just right smack dab on it.
I never teleported before. It was a new experience.
Sure, but you couldn't just turn the head, 30 degrees. No. It just has to be right on the marble. You know I just cleaned it, don't you? That's why you did it.
I don't know who you are.
I'm Michael Thornley.
I'm
Do we
not
know this
sure.
guy? We don't know this guy, right?
No, you've never met this gentleman.
Okay.
You got like a hose?
I'll look over at Harmony. Where are we?
You've been here before.
I don't really know. I've never been here. Is this Thornley, is this your shrine?
Well, no, it's not my shrine. It was built by a fucking half-giant. But I tend it, yes. So in a way, it's my shrine. Apologies if I'm a little, I don't know, abrasive.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Didn't mean to.
We'll clean that up.
Everybody, yeah, back.
I mean, I made breakfast for you.
You knew we were coming?
Yeah. My tabaxi friend gave me a warning.
Oh, you're a follower of the Traveler as well?
Oh, no, I'm a follower of the Raven Queen. Look around you.
They're like BFS or something?
I mean, I don't know. Do you want to just clean that up and come on inside?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, everybody back away. Actually, you don't have to. You got puke on your hands, stuff like that, man. I'll use create or destroy water to just like make it rain around the shrine.
Okay, just wash it clean.
Wash it away.
And with that, he just goes, and mind those flowers, please. They look expensive. He always brings the nice stuff. All right. Come on. And that he kind of gives you a nod to head back into this large mansion.
Harmony will look at everybody and say, we can talk about what just happened.
Tell
We
him
will
about his money.
afterwards. I don't think we're safe yet. But let's go have breakfast.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
I hold Asher to his feet. If
Thank
he's still on
you.
the floor.
Thank you.
All right. So as you come in, you see that you look towards the outside. This mansion is in this horrible state of disarray. And it looks like for the last week or so that someone has been sort of working on repairs. There's sort of scaffolding that's already built around the house. There's somebody that's been kind of clearly doing some woodworking, and it looks like they've been using a lot of the dead trees around the area as a supply, as they've cleared out a considerable portion of this forest, actually, surrounding this abandoned mansion. As you enter, this place is completely dilapidated.
Quick question.
Yes,
Last time we were here, was this mansion here?
you couldn't see beyond the tree line.
Okay, okay.
But presumably it looks like it's been here for hundreds of years and just completely it was just completely derelict. It appears like it's in the very first stage of renovations. And as you come in, this place is pretty huge. You hear Mr. Thornley's voice coming from one direction, as he goes, "Apologies for the mess, but you know, we do what we can. We work mostly on volunteer work. I'm assuming that the tabaxi filled you in?"
He told us about the beginning of time. That's about as far as we got.
He just died.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, what?
Got murdered by a skeleton woman.
I'm sorry, Mr. Thornton, do you know what's going on?
Come on and take a seat. Get some food and some drink. I prepared a seltzer for the little one.
Thank you, sir.
And with that, you sit down, and there appears to be this sort of like flame-cooked meal of sausage and hash browns. And he's got a pretty somber look on his face since you mentioned his tabaxi compatriot. But with this, he just says, a very prominent and devout parishioner of my little chapel up in Mag City came to me about 1 week ago. He knew all of your names and gave a pretty detailed description as well. He was afraid that in the north, an old friend, adversary of his, was dabbling in something, trying to ascend to godhood on this side of the Divine Gate. And I'm sure I don't need to explain to any of you the magnitude of catastrophe that will breed if left unchecked. He also said that the travelers that would find me would be awakened themselves. Is this true?
I quickly answer, we are no gods. If that is what you are asking.
I don't think that's what he's asking.
Isn't that what he's asking with awaken? Basically, god level people.
But
He kind of cocks his head and says, "Well, that's a good start. Because the last thing that this world needs is any more fucking gods." And with that, he just takes a swig from this flask. And he says, "But no, the awakened are more of just people who have sort of had all of their... They've had the caps taken off."
yeah, we made contact with the blood crystal.
And with that, he just kind of nods and says, "'Tis a heavy burden you carry."
Yeah, I guess.
But what does it mean? What does this burden mean?
What does the what mean?
This burden, this awakening. I mean, what do we do with it?
Well, that is up to you. What
This is not helpful.
what my friend, this parishioner, came to me with was a chance for freedom. He hoped that one of you would be able to free him from his binds. But this may be something down the road.
Wait, this is not the same guy that showed up through the tree?
No.
Oh, okay.
Who's this person that you're talking about?
A half-giant by the name of Shale. You may know him as the arena combatant, goes by Godbreaker.
Yeah, we know him.
Godbreaker.
Of course you know him, he's probably the most fucking famous person in Dweomerheart outside the Prophet. And with that, he spits on the floor.
He was there during that fight at the gate.
That's right. Arguably one of the first awakened. Great hero, big guy. He may be of use to us.
We need to find him.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it gets a little more complicated than that. He's sort of tied up in a sort of a very non-lucrative business deal, which is where I'm hoping one of you comes in later. But
When is later?
well, whenever one of you feels ready to take him on in one-on-one combat in the spectacle of the arena.
We have to fight the Godbreaker in one-on-one contact in the arena?
Well, no, but if he's got any hope of ever leaving,
Someone's gonna beat him.
that's right. Unfortunate contract with a shifty devil. Unfortunately, those deals are pretty airtight.
How long has he been stuck in that contract?
Oh, going on 27 years.
Jesus fucking... And no one's beaten him?
No.
Alright, I'll do it.
Oh.
They're all saved. Very good, very good. Just drink up on that seltzer. You don't need to be blowing your chunks when, you know, you've got the Godbreaker coming down on you with the fist of a fucking god.
Hey man, that was... I never teleported. That was a new experience. Wasn't ready. No one told me.
Listen, it's fine. I admit I'm feeling a little out of my fucking depths here as well. But essentially, when Shale comes to me saying he's had a vision from the Raven Queen herself, I tend to listen. He asked me to prepare a shelter and and give you this note. And with that, he hands a very fancy-looking envelope, unmarked.
To whom?
He just holds it out to whoever will grab it.
I'll grab it.
Okay.
Oh, Hyde takes it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hyde and Virgil grab it. Virgil backs off.
Yeah, when I see his hand, I'm like, oh shit, fuck it.
Yeah.
You can have it.
When you look at it, it reads, "Travelers. You may not know me, but the Raven Queen has given visions of you. I have seen your journey, and I think that you may grow into mighty warriors. As such, I am in need of aid. I am in a contract with the devil Quilana, such that I'm essentially enslaved until I am defeated in combat. When you're up to the task, come find me. Set me free, and you will have an ally for life." And it just signed Shane.
And Shane, we can assume, is level 20 at least, or whatever the max level is in D&D, right?
You saw him fight because you were at that fight.
Right.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. For one of us to beat him.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's had like 3 campaigns to get strong. I'm good.
That's not happening.
Yeah, I'm not.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Koilana. I think I know that name.
Do you?
Did she introduce herself by her actual name when she met me?
She did. So yeah, you did meet her.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do recall the very forward, infernal character that you met when you were watching the grand finals.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna suggest trying to buy him out of this, but I think that's impossible. Probably make so much money off of him.
Oh, it's not money these devils are after.
I was gonna say, they just want currency.
What do they want?
Well, from what I hear, I mean, she maybe gets 3 to 5 fighters a week willing to sell her their soul just at the chance of defeating or unseating the Godbreaker.
Seems like a conflict of interest.
Pretty fucking big one. Welcome to Dweomerheart.
Shit, speaking of contracts, we still have ours to fulfill.
You have yours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asher still got his. Who else has one?
That has got to be expired by now, right?
No.
It's been like 5
Come on.
days since then.
It's not
With
been
that-
30 days.
Okay, sorry.
Mr. Thornley just kind of grabs the envelope from your hand, Hyde, and walks it over to a mantelpiece and just sets it down. And he just says, "Look, this is here, waiting whenever. I don't expect any of you mad fuckers to get into the ring with that animal, but it's always an option. Other than that, he just asked me to set you up a place where it could kind of be off the grid and you could feel safe."
I mean,
Uh,
where,
have to
where
be-
are we? Exactly on the map.
On the map, you would know, generally speaking, where you are, because you've been at this shrine before. So you are approximately here.
Oh, okay.
For the duel against the Godbreakers, does that have to be 1-on-1?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's It's a hell of an ask.
The big ask.
Last time I was in an arena, I barely got out of that. I'm not trying to do it.
We do well as a team, but 1v1, shit.
Hey, Harmony,
Yes.
wasn't in your vision, I was in my body, right? And then we were like kind of stoked because we destroyed it, and then now I'm in it again. Does that mean I'm gonna be evil?
No. Why do you think that?
Because wasn't I evil in your vision?
I think that was you before we cleansed you.
I'll put a hand on Asher's shoulder and simply say, nothing is written, Asher. And nothing is permanent.
I don't know. It's just a little unsettling.
It's a gift.
Beware the gifts of the traveler.
As you finish that line, you hear this metallic clinking as 6 keys are dropped on the table. And Mr. Thornley says, "We've got some volunteers working on construction about 5 days a week when we've got daylight. So it can get a little loud during those hours. Other than that, please wipe your feet on your way in and lock the door on your way out."
We have a base of operations now? That's cool.
Looks of it.
Can
Gotta get one
I
of those walls with a bunch of TVs on it.
can I go explore?
Yeah, I want to look around too. I'm looking to do some hunting. I wanted to ask him that if there's any good hunting to do in the area.
Yeah, he says, "Yeah, I hunted
Sorry.
to make the sausage for your breakfast today.
Bless you.
So,
Thank you.
although between you and me, I don't exactly have a hunting license, but
Well, we do. Don't we?
you do."
Yeah,
You
we
can't
work.
just say stuff like that.
Well,
We do. We're part of the Hunters Guild, aren't we?
Yep.
I'd like
So, you guys are back near the south end of Dweomerheart. You're around the sink. Essentially, it appears that the Godbreaker, for whatever reason, has paid for the renovations of this mansion, and it is now collectively under your name.
shit.
Dope. What a guy.
Yeah. There's so much to take in right now.
Yeah, that was a lot and that happened in what, 20-minute span?
Yep.
Yeah. That
Jesus.
psycho bitch fucking trying to kill us. And
Psycho bitch indeed.
then this guy Shane giving us a house?
Well, he called him Shale.
Shale. The letter said Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was relevant to the lore. Let's go with Shane.
Yeah. I think a good hunt would help kind of clear my head on things, at least right now. I don't know about you guys. If you want to join in, you're more than welcome. I honestly need to kill something.
Oh boy. I don't need to kill anything, but I'll go just for the sake of camaraderie
Okay.
and being there for Mr. Hyde.
Ezra hasn't really eaten any of her food. She's kind of pushed her plate away and she's just kind of staring at Asher.
I guess it's on your mind.
Sorry, what?
You're staring at me.
Yeah, I mean, you got your old body back.
Yeah, but it's not that kind of stare. What are you thinking?
In your eyes, just. I don't know.
What's happening?
I mean,
I don't know. I
thanks.
just never noticed your eyes before. Didn't pay as much attention.
I think you might be a little too old for me.
I was gonna say.
I kind
No.
of already interested in
No,
something.
Asher, no. You know, that's funny you say that because you have no idea how gross that actually is.
Yeah, we could be fucking related. You're not gonna Luke Skywalker my ass, Leia.
A reference that you don't get, Ezra.
Just too distracted by it. I don't know, man. You could be my little brother.
Are we still standing there in the room with you guys, or?
I'm following you, bud.
No, I'd say you guys have left. So now it's Fira, Harmony. It's all the girls and Asher.
Okay.
Bro, am I having some bro time with High?
Yeah.
Okay. Fucking A. Let's do it.
Virgil's like, finally.
Yeah, God. How many episodes to get it alone with this guy?
That's so creepy.
So with that,
You almost made out with your sister, dude, so don't even...
I didn't make out with anyone.
so with that,
almost happened.
I mean, so I will say,
What the fuck did
keep
I
in mind
miss?
that is very like nothing's for certain, but that's a pretty heavy bomb to consider.
What I just said?
No, that
Oh.
That brother and sister.
Possible.
yeah.
We could be related.
Especially in the setting of everything you've experienced in Ellisburg, with you tracking down your body, and then this strange connection you've had with what this entity that's now being referred to as Carensally.
Do you know your mom, Ezra?
The last time I saw her, I was around 8 years old.
Do
So
you
it's
know your
been
mother,
quite a few years.
Asher?
Nope. I don't. Hyde met her once. Or twice, or knew her a little bit, I guess.
I'm gonna look over at Fira. You don't know anything about this? Anything my mother told you?
No, I have no idea.
Wait. Okay. Never mind.
So with that, Hyde, why don't you go ahead and roll a survival check?
All right. Is that at advantage or no?
No.
Okay. That's 19.
19? Okay.
Yeah.
Easily enough, with you being a pretty proficient hunter, especially in a land that is not populated by a bunch of other proficient hunters like in Dreadmarrow.
Yeah.
After about 30 minutes, you pretty quickly track a buck,
Okay.
kill it, bring it back. So Hyde's maybe gone for like an hour.
Yeah. When I kill it, I want to do like a small prayer to the deity that I forget the name of it.
Malar?
Yeah.
As he's praying, I will also bow my head in reverence, but I will not pray.
Okay. Okay. So with that, you've had a successful hunt. You can work on kind of turning that meat into rations that'll last you a while.
Yeah. When I come back, cook up some grub.
So yeah, you and Virgil carry this large buck back into the house and the kitchen, kind of begin butchering it.
Wow.
Is there anything that the group wants to discuss together?
Maybe we could go see, get a job or two from the, what's it called? The underground bar.
While I was going to say,
You
while I'm carving this thing up, I wanted to ask Ezra if she's doing all right. Maybe that thing touched you.
Is that in front of everyone, or?
It's like just as I'm sitting in the kitchen carving this thing up.
So we'll say Hyde's kind of by himself carving up this buck, and in passing, Ezra just happens to walk through the kitchen, whether you're grabbing something or whatever, at which point, Hyde, you can kind of turn and begin this interaction. So it's just the two of you in the kitchen.
You doing all right?
I don't know, I feel like there's just a lot, and I haven't even stopped to think about it, and I don't know if I want to.
I like gently reach out to kind of see you, this, like to hold the side of your face to see if it left a mark or anything where she touched you.
Doesn't appear to.
I don't think she hurt me.
Yeah, a lot just happened. I don't know what to make of any of it.
How are you doing?
Figure the next move is gonna be fun.
How are you doing, Hyde?
I'm confused. I don't know a lot about magic, but I don't know how Asher got his body back. If that's a good omen or a bad one. That thing might be able to chase us now.
Yeah,
I don't even know what the hell that thing was.
I mean, I wish I knew what she wanted. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. And it's not just her, it's everywhere.
Yeah. Well, we got all that okay, I guess. Just so confused right now.
Do you need help?
Yeah, sure, if you want. If you want to help, sure.
I'll just help Hyde out
Cool.
in the kitchen.
Okay.
So we can't go back. That's for sure, right? That's something we're leaving.
Go back where?
Where we just came from.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Alright.
I think we should take a jog, kind of get our minds off it, do something maybe a little fun, good old-fashioned heist.
Are there workers or any other people around, Alex?
No, not right now.
Okay. Well, then I'll just explore the house while they're talking.
Okay. You explore the house. A lot of the rooms are in a state of disrepair. Some of them so much so that this place needs straight up structural renovations. And as you're going through, you can't help but get a couple ideas as far as if you were the one redesigning this place, how you would do things. So, as a note, you guys could have some say as far as how you want this place to be structured.
I would like a library.
Okay.
You ever seen Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, very familiar.
Okay, I would like that.
Okay. Beauty and the Beast library on it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
So, Virgil, you get some ideas and you go over to Father Thornley. You inquire, and hesitantly, he does admit that Shane did leave what seemed to be an open tab without really specifying clearly what exactly the funds could be used on.
Yeah.
And he gives you this real narrow look when you request a library stocked with books.
Books, exotic, wherever you can find them.
He just kind of gives you a look and says, I'll make a note, but don't push your luck, son.
I just smile and bow.
I want to bring food out to everybody, and if that guy's there, if we all know that's kind of like how we wanted to make it, would it be okay to maybe put in some kind of training room?
Like,
Sparring room.
Like something to hone our skills, kind of.
are you talking about getting like a practice dummy or two, or is somebody going to be unleashing like fireballs?
I don't know. What are you guys feeling? I can't cast fireballs personally, but
Yeah, I also can't cast fireballs.
Okay, so just the training dummies then.
I can cast fireballs.
Okay,
I'm not saying I would.
It's terrible.
I'll put in a requisition to make sure that they are fireball resistant.
I'm mostly
Like Kung
reading.
Fu
You
Panda
see.
style training room.
Okay, pandas, I can do that, sure. Yeah, you get the sense you're gonna have to give them specifics like what you want in a training room, but yeah, there's a basement area that can be repurposed.
Okay. Some kind of hone dexterity skills and strength training shit, stuff like that.
Okay. So, kick-ass home gym / like it's got like a little like very small like platform for sparring.
Yeah,
Sure.
that'll work. We're planning to beat this guy. It'd be good to hone our skills a little bit.
Can I go outside?
Yeah.
And I want to touch the closest tree,
Mhm.
like a good old looking tree.
Okay.
And I will meditate. I'll cast Commune with Nature.
Okay.
And 3 facts about the area will be influence from other planes of existence, powerful celestial, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, and the last one will be prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples. It's 3 miles within the land we're in.
Does that help with like
knowledge
harvesting
ready,
stuff?
DM.
Yeah, it could.
Alchemical stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Hell
can
yeah.
get my harvesting skill up.
So you would know that this area is rich with a plant that produces a valuable sap that is called bleed bloom. Other than that, you would know that there is a down south, about 2 miles away, there's a quarry where there have been certain materials that have fallen from the sky. I mean, yeah, I guess it tells you. What level spell is this?
5.
It's a level 5 spell? Okay, I'll give it to
Yeah.
you. There is gate glass. It's in Pop Flash Quarry that's about 2 miles south. Along with that, what do you learn about? What kind of presence?
People, celestials, fiends, fae, elementals, or undead.
Okay. That's
And influence of other planes of existence.
Okay, you would get a faint, like a weak feeling of influence from another plane. But something that you don't recognize, something that it's a signature that you don't even know how to categorize.
Right, I will go back inside and let everyone know.
Bleed bloom. Can I go outside and harvest some bleed bloom?
You want to run around and do some harvesting?
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk outside and be like, I have to clear my mind.
Okay. Go ahead and make a nature check.
It's gonna be a 12.
12?
Yep.
How long are you spending?
Spend like a good hour walking around.
An hour?
Yeah. If the group lets me stay out there for an hour.
Okay. Okay, so you're working on that. Is anyone else doing anything? I mean, in theory, you guys have a bit of downtime.
Yeah, I'd like to request a computer room with lots of computers so that I can.
The budget's really just racking.
Well, I gotta hone my skills, you guys.
No, absolutely. Hey, say it.
If it's up to one of us to beat fucking this half giant, like, we're gonna need to fucking tighten our focus hard.
That is like, I don't see how the computers. I don't see the connection, so I'm gonna deny that one.
Connection to what?
Computers. You could fill up your own room with whatever you want, but
Fine.
I'll lean into this guy's ear and I'll whisper, in a time where most things are technologically controlled, having a skilled hacker will allow us to complete our goals with much more ease, my friend.
make a persuasion check.
Yeah!
Ricky, you standing up for the little guy.
Yeah, man. I rolled a 13, so total I'd get 18.
18?
Yeah.
He looks at you, he narrows his eyes. He's like, I'm really starting to dislike you.
Me or him?
And
He's
yes,
pointing at Virgil.
Okay.
my like for you has, and I bow and smile, not been diminished.
Okay. I see what you're doing here. One computer. Okay?
Yes.
He puts it on.
I bow and say, one top of the line computer. I agree. Thank you for helping us save this world.
Good.
And then right behind me, I'll give like Asher a little high five.
I like it.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Ezra, after about an hour, you don't have a whole lot of luck finding a lot of bleed bloom. You harvest 1 unit of essentially bleed bloom sap.
Okay.
This is a tier A additive that works for buffers, drafts, and bombs.
Okay.
I'd like to go to Harmony. I think Harmony would know. I'm not sure. Harmony, do you know? I might be thinking of a previous character you played. Teleportation spells.
How do you think we got here?
She stares at you, emotionless, and doesn't even blink, and just locks eyes with you for as long as you don't say anything.
Oh, I can not say things for a while. How long are we doing this?
Literally, she's not going to say anything or move until you do.
Well, if you do, and I got confused with the nature guy I think you played last time, where you put a staff down everywhere.
After about 30 seconds of awkward silence, you do recall that Harmony cast a teleportation circle to get you guys here.
I thought that was already there though, under the tree.
Right, but not anyone can just yeet around the world with it. You need a powerful caster to use.
Okay.
I misunderstood, and I apologize. That's on me. Full responsibility on my end. Could you set up a spell that is based here, so we can do any type of mass recall to this location?
Yeah, but it would take a long time. I would have to do it in the same spot for a year, every day.
Holy shit.
All right.
So I don't know if
Never
how many
mind.
people I'd be able to use a spell I have for. I went outside to touch a tree, and I have a spell where I could like teleport between trees that I have touched.
Transport via plants, my favorite spell in the game.
Is it just one person though, the caster, that can teleport?
As many people that can run through their conga line style in 6 seconds.
Okay,
Cool.
Okay.
we're good.
And
Uh,
if you're the last one in and you don't quite make it, you straight up die.
Really?
oh,
It's just because
I
he
don't
hates
know.
that spell.
No, I just think that should be a rule. I don't know.
Well, awesome. I think we should. Is there a prominent tree around? If not, I turn to the guy. Maybe we should plant one.
Can we
He
take
looks
it
at
on?
you,
What?
takes a long swig, and says, I'm going to my quarters.
Is there a
I-
tree there?
Hey, Fira, did you tell all of us like what you found out about that tree, or that you were doing that? Like what you were
that
doing?
I went to go touch a tree? Yes,
That like it tells you stuff. In the
Ooh.
area?
I'll let you guys know that.
Were there any large creatures in the area? Anything that seemed highly threatening to this place? Still have the contract to fulfill.
I guess you would get that. Let me see. In do you learn about large beasts?
Would that be considered like animals?
Yeah.
Yes, then.
Okay. Let me see. So you would know that in the area south of Pop Flash Quarry, there are frequently large apes, similar to the giant apes of the swamp that you ran into near Meridian, that are known to be sort of a hazard for people that travel too deeply into the forest.
Hey, Asher, you up for a hunt?
I think he's asleep.
Okay.
Motherfucker. I'm gonna call him.
He's not
He is.
asleep. He's shaking his head no.
Ah,
Be honest with me. Were you asleep just now?
I was listening to Edward talk about weird shit.
It's okay. We can move on. We don't have to.
All right.
It's fine. Okay. So, you guys have a bit of downtime. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
I would like to continue reading my 6 series books on high magic, and I would also like to investigate and or tinker with my glove to see if I can figure out any type of its capabilities.
Okay. So tinkering with your glove, you would essentially, did you already have it identified?
Oh, we did. Ezra did identify it.
You don't get much more than that. It's just you can essentially borrow from your own life essence to essentially empower or replenish sorcery points.
So, seeing as how we are gonna have a long rest probably here
Yeah.
and some downtime, can I practice doing that safely?
Yeah. It's sort of a scary feeling and it feels somewhat wrong, but yeah, like you can quite literally sap your own vitality to create this like afterburn effect where, yeah, you push yourself kind of beyond the limits of meta magic that you thought was possible.
Yeah, I think some people like to do physical training to push their limits. I would try to just start training process to do this.
Right after burn the house down.
Yeah, so presumably you're doing this with somewhat non-super destructive spells, but yeah,
Yes.
you're working on that. Yeah. And then in the downtime that you for this day where you're reading through the ritual high magic, you essentially learn that sort of it's really just the concepts of it. It doesn't touch on the actual practice because this is sort of a lost art.
Mm-hmm.
It essentially discusses again the ability for ritual casters to essentially upcast certain rituals by sharing different components of the spell. And you kind of have enough to where you have an idea as to how someone would go about doing that. Like with spells that you know, you can imagine that happening.
Now, from this concepts, can I get a like, am I reading through all 6 novels or whatever to get that core essence?
This is kind of you skimming through one of them.
Okay. Well, I'd like to keep reading them over time.
Yeah. And but also even just skimming through the other ones, you get the sense that none of these is a technical manual.
Okay.
Like, none of these are going to tell you how to do this. It's more just talking about the history of like ancient elves that first kind of coined this practice of magic and why it even is a necessity to begin with. And it talks on sort of specific spell types that it could kind of do. Like this is very much like advanced wizard stuff that is way beyond your head. That this is like the cutting edge of like arcane science.
Do I get the essence of what it would potentially do to a spell? For example, if I have a spell that puts someone to sleep and I elevated that through high magic, what would it do?
It's not. It's only for ritual spells.
Only for ritual spells. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and not only that, but it also is something that kind of allows casters to create their own rituals as well.
Okay.
I will say, skimming through, because you're kind of just thumbing, like after skimming through the first one, you start thumbing through the other ones just to kind of see if any of them get more specific. You do come across some hand notes that appear to be from the headmaster Ophan Amadeus, who specifically talks about, remarkably, a somewhat inexperienced adventure group by the name of the Butchers of the Hill. Novice practitioners essentially using high magic to perform a true resurrection of one Shane.
Interesting.
We did that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep reading just for the hell of it.
Yeah. So you're reading through that. It'll take you a while. I mean, this is heavy reading.
Yeah. Like the Harry Potter books.
Anyone else doing anything?
Yeah, I want to get up and... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Asher.
Is there any way I could purchase anything?
You want to run to town?
Yeah.
Okay.
How
Asher's
far
gonna go
away
on
is town?
Not too far.
a 4-hour walk.
That's I don't think.
Does anyone want to go with me?
I will also. If you're going to town, I'll go with you.
Well, you're reading all day.
You're reading.
Never mind.
Go
Books
back
are
to-
calling.
Go hit the books, nerd.
Yeah. I just put my head in the book and walk away. Like, fuck.
You're like, I don't think maybe.
Fury, you
we
want to
shouldn't
come
be
to town
too
with me?
separated.
I mean, you can cancel reading the book. You don't have to
You have to.
read them.
You already said it.
Look, for the sake of
Vaccines.
canon, I'll keep reading.
Okay. I mean, I didn't tell you anything that like you have to take back, so you can absolutely put the books down. You just won't get through it as quickly, which is fine.
No. If I can, I'd like to go to town. Are we talking about the sink?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no. I know the sink. There's no one in the sink I want to talk to.
Okay.
Currently.
Books it is. Okay.
Does anyone want to go to town with me? Anyone?
I'm good. I'm gonna do some training.
We try
Should we-
tomorrow, Asher.
Yeah, I don't think we should be separated by 4 hours.
That's like if like Jackie were to get in.
Literally,
trouble
no
and
one's
texted
ever
me.
been hurt before from splitting the party.
Yeah, it's never happened.
Yeah, nothing bad ever happens from that.
Nothing bad has ever happened to James splitting the party 4 times.
Harmony, do you want to come with me? Apparently, I'm not allowed to go anywhere by myself.
I'm gonna
Dude,
look at
you've done it, like,
Asher.
Literally,
You've done it like
every
3
time it
times.
happens.
Yeah.
And like you died one of those, like a lot of those times. It's just not the
Something
thing.
bad every
Well,
time.
you're like, let's go tomorrow. But yesterday we were resting inside of a giant castle, and then a skeleton woman appeared the next morning. So I don't know how much time we're gonna have tomorrow, you know, or
You know,
if we have it.
Asher, technically you're my little brother now, so
Is
I
that
have some
true?
authority over you, right?
Authority, my ass. You lost your authority when you.
Dude, I want you to say it like Cartman from South Park. Just what authority? No authority.
You've lost authority now.
No,
It's
you're
my
right.
job
But
to disobey you.
really, I don't think we should be separated by 4 hours. Maybe we can leave tomorrow morning, take the day, rest.
Leave tomorrow morning, and then something crazy's gonna happen tonight, and we won't be able to go.
Someone's gonna have a bad dream and shit's going down. I don't know.
I was gonna ask
Whatever.
him.
If you guys want to wait a little bit, I won't go by myself.
Yes, please. Just hold on.
Just stay put tonight.
It's like the morning right now. Like we
Yeah.
just got here.
Are you-
No, you guys spent
Yeah,
like the
we've been
whole
here for a while.
day.
Yeah, we spent
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
like
day.
late afternoon.
Um,
Like this is the first time you guys had a chance to chill in like a month straight. You guys have been going non-stop.
I'm gonna go talk to Ezra.
Okay.
I'd like to find a room and claim it as my own right now.
Okay.
Where's the master bedroom?
You can find them. I don't think anyone's run and claimed rooms yet. So.
No, no one has.
I am doing that for sure.
Okay.
I assume it's upstairs,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna
Funnily
find
enough,
it.
you actually have to do some acrobatics to get through the busted-ass staircase.
Can do. I'll roll for it. Let's do it.
You don't need to roll. For you, it's
loaded at the backseat.
Harmony was following Asher when she saw him walk away, and then saw all that jumping shit. It's like, I'll save it. She just turns
Hey.
around.
Hey Harmony, I was gonna ask you if you want to do some sparring again.
Term exploring.
No, some sparring.
Oh, sparring. I think said exploring.
What, you show me exploring with me?
You are exploring and my authority.
She smiles very widely. Yes, actually, I would love that.
Well, we're throwing down. You could tell me a little bit about this Raven Queen.
All right. She doesn't know anything about the Raven Queen, so she'll say like flowery over the course of the fight. It's a lot of flowery, like just idioms or something. I don't know.
yeah.
Words that don't mean anything.
Make a
Deception.
persuasion check.
Natural 20.
You seem like an expert.
Yeah, exactly. I'm convinced.
The Raven Queen seems fucking dope as shit. There's weirdly, it's like after you're done sparring, you think back and like you can't remember anything Harmony said, but it's like when she said it, you felt like you understood life and existence for the first time. And it kind of pisses you off that you don't exactly remember it, and you're a little too embarrassed to ask again because it was so profound.
Yeah.
But just the general philosophy of every single follower of the Raven Queen just fits. It's like hearing something that you waited your whole life to hear.
Like it. Okay.
You're just kind of like almost at peace for the rest of the day, just thinking about like, I want to learn more about this Raven Queen.
Yeah.
So So to go like, I don't know how hard Hyde was going during this spar, but Harmony.
Level 5 smite.
Well, if you're
Yes.
up in it, I'm going. I'll go full bore at you if you want me to.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
so yes, Harmony is fighting as hard as possible.
Okay.
But she's
I'll
being
use the rage.
defensive about. She's being very defensive about it, and she's
Okay.
trying to learn Hyde's patterns. And
Okay. I
trying
like
to
it.
learn how he fights and where his weaknesses are.
Make an insight check.
Ooh. 18.
18. Hyde, what are you focusing on?
If he's going defensive, I'm just gonna like really push him to like be on like his fastest reflexes and shit. Like unknown, like
Make an initiative check.
All right. I have advantage on those.
Plus,
Nat 20.
Okay.
So when we start the fight, I want to just be like, okay, we'll do this, and then just fucking just go. Right at him.
So Harmony and Hyde, you guys have a really good, intense training session. I will say, for the next encounter, both of you are going to get a +1 to your initiative.
Hell yeah.
oh, nice.
Okay.
Pats you on the back afterwards, all bruised and fucked up.
Whew.
Good
Now
job.
tell me what I get from reading. Go ahead.
To the optometrist for
Nothing, you fucking nerd.
Your brain
Reading
gets a little
every
bit bigger.
finger.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
Ezra. Were you doing anything?
I'm gonna be hanging out in the kitchen, taking out my alchemist supplies, setting
Okay.
it up, and I'm
Okay.
gonna try
Um,
to make a bomb.
Okay. Well, I was gonna go talk to you, but fuck
You
that.
can talk to me while I do this.
Come in and chat with Ezra. She's got goggles on, and it is smelling volatile in here.
Ezra, is this a good time?
You notice that she somehow has swiped a case of bullets from somewhere and has emptied them out and is using the gunpowder in this weird, like, anarchist cookbook sort of concoction. What are you trying to make, Ezra?
I was gonna try to make a bomb, but I don't know
Okay.
exactly what supplies I need for that.
Yeah, I don't.
I saw you took the alchemist feat. What does that
I
do?
did take the alchemist feat. It doesn't really have anything to do with like. It lets me make healing drafts better and shit, and then it gives me a +1 to my intelligence, I think.
Okay, so you can identify. Oh shit! This is actually.
I don't know if any of it helps me right
Okay, so
now.
you can improve healing potions, and I'll say this: any potion that you drink, you learn the recipe for.
Cool. Okay.
Shit.
We'll do that.
She's got an amazing palate.
Start right
Basically, you can, or I'll say you can deconstruct any potion to reverse engineer the recipe, or you can attach to.
Yeah.
But you can also identify any potion within 5 feet of you.
Yeah.
So you're literally guessing with trying to make a bomb here. Is that right?
Yes. I have some.
No,
No.
This is
I
horrible.
don't.
This is
No.
horrible.
And you
I'm-
want me to
I'm
walk
literally
the town
saying-
alone?
Hey, you guys don't know what she's doing. You guys assume she knows what she's doing. You have
We're
no.
gonna wake up to an explosion and half the
Okay,
house. is
so-
gone.
But I know.
Make
Okay.
an alchemy check.
Oh my god. I'm
I
right
will
next to
tell
her,
you,
man.
I will tell you, I have I know that I do need, let me see, vital
Training?
aspect, so I'm using
Oh.
vital aspect in it.
Okay. What base are you using?
God, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not gonna make you do an alchemy check. You're using a volatile base.
Okay. Oh god, I don't know if I have that. Shit.
Oh, you do with the gunpowder, we'll say.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna use that.
You're an alchemist. You can cure some stuff. Go ahead and make an alchemy check.
What is alchemy again? Sorry.
Intelligence.
This is. Oh, I thought she meant like the concept of alchemy. I was like, and she's making a bomb. And she's making a bomb. Okay.
So that's gonna be a 17.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank God.
So you have, on your very first try, learned how to make an alchemic bomb.
Awesome. Okay.
So this is a pretty weak concoction that's essentially not complete. This is typically the starting step of a bomb. So in and of itself, you could throw this liquid. If the seal is violated, it explodes, dealing essentially 4d6 force damage. It can be further refined with the use of other aspects to make different kinds of bombs.
Okay.
So, are you done or are you still going?
No, I'll say this is where Virgil walks in, maybe.
I was there behind you the entire time,
You're just watching.
like biting my nails. It's like, and then as you like raise the bomb, like, aha! I'm just like, oh my god, like crazy.
Yeah, I'll turn to Virgil. You wanted to talk?
I wanted to check in with you. That was sister we saw.
I'll take out my glasses and then just sit down. There's like a chair around.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
That's who you've grown up with from a young age.
Yeah. She was like a sister to me.
In what way?
One of the first times I remember hearing her, I was trapped in a closet while a family outside got slaughtered. She calmed me through it.
Did she calm you and take care of you as you grew?
She was always a little mean, but I didn't really care because she was someone that I could talk to.
She knows you intimately.
She knows everything about me, inside
Do
and out.
you know everything about her?
Ezra kind of looks down. I don't think I know anything about her.
How do you feel now that she is, and he thinks for a moment, what she is?
You know, that's one of those questions that I didn't want to think about. I grew up with the clan, and they taught me everything I know about where I get my powers. And she goes against all of that. But she is my family.
What do you think she'll be doing with all those drow?
I don't know. I think I was a little bit irrational when I was talking about killing all of them, but I don't know. I don't know, Virgil. I don't know what to do about any of these.
Would you like to be with her?
Be with her?
Join her, or otherwise be involved in one aspect or another with what she's doing?
No, not at all. No, I think what she's doing is wrong. It's
What?
interfering with everything. I mean, this is world ending, universe ending, what she's doing.
So he pauses for a minute to be polite, but then he asks, what is she doing? That is so world ending, and as you say, wrong.
Well, I guess I don't know if it's wrong. She's breaching that gate. And that means others are breaching it, and that means that it might be the end of our world. We have nothing to fight back. How do we fight back against her and the port and the pyromancer?
If I've learned one thing, Ezra, is that those who claim to call themselves or act like gods are usually less than so. And I look at her, there will always be hope, Ezra. These forces are minuscule to the bond that we share, and I gesture to everyone in the house. As family, Ezra. They don't understand such power. And then I pat her shoulder, but you will.
As you finish that last sentence, you hear this loud strike, and you watch as Hyde's body is flung across the room, and he smashes through a wall, and climbs out of it laughing as he comes back to the fray with Harmony.
And I turn to Ezra. That's why we will succeed, Ezra.
I'll get up and put a hand on his shoulder and say, I sure fucking hope so, Virgil, because we saw her take 5 shots straight to the face, and she did not even move.
I too have taken shots to the face, Ezra. And I just smile and say, I'm still here. Also, Asher's died and come back. I think we're pretty powerful. We'll be alright.
How are you doing, Virgil?
I am always contemplating over the essence of existence and higher powers. Those that claim to know what's best for the world. And those same people usually leave it burning.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not sure what, I kind of do air quotes, gods are in play. Or if there are even gods in existence, Ezra. Or just those with the tools for change. but I suppose we will find out.
Eventually we will. But like you said, we'll be right there together, right?
Absolutely. And I smile and bow.
I'll smile and bow back.
I'll skip away singing la. I'm just kidding. I'll walk away.
As that happens, you watch as Hyde tanks another hit from Harmony, but bats away Dusk kind of out of her arm, pretty much with the propulsion cudgel, and then kind of grabs her by the front of the collar and picks her up off the ground, getting ready to just like slam her down. Yet with that, she conjures Dusk like above her hand, like maybe 10 feet in the air because she's being held up. And then Thor style doesn't catch it and it just drops on his toe. And he just drops Harmony, just like yelling in pain as it does his
Good one.
Take it easy, big guy.
Sorry, I got a little overexcited.
So with that,
Are there any like pictures in the master bedroom, or is it just empty?
it's just empty.
Is there a bed?
There is a bed. It looks like what you'd expect it to look like if a mattress sat there for about 100 years.
Can I jump on it?
You jump on it, and you sort of land in it, and there's this huge puff of dust. You like sink into the mattress a little bit, and it doesn't really rebound at all. It's
Oh man.
I feel like the whole thing is made out of just like super compact spider webs.
Ooh.
Well, so I'm gonna start juggling my throwing knives
Okay.
just to like kill time.
Sure, make a sleight of hand check.
13.
13? Okay. So you're juggling your knives. You're trying to juggle them by like getting your fingers through the little throwing knife loophole. So you're kind of dropping them every now and then, but it's a new skill you're working on.
Fira!
You're yelling for Fira?
Yeah.
Okay. You're like through an obstacle course of a broken stairwell. So
I know. It looks like there's plants growing through here, so she could like make her own stairs, I assumed.
Oh, do I hear him?
Asher's calling you from upstairs.
Okay, I just go upstairs.
Okay, I'm gonna need an athletics check because this is like a very you need to make like a Nathan Drake style jump to.
All right. Okay, so I look at it and I just start climbing on the side of the wall with spider climb.
Oh
Right,
shit.
no check required.
Not creepy at all.
I'll watch as,
Like that.
yeah, Fira just begins walking on the side of the wall, and sure enough, you make it over to Asher.
Yes, Asher.
Check this out. And I started juggling the knives again.
Make another sleight of hand check. The DC's higher.
He's gonna throw one at her.
17.
17? Okay. You're juggling the knives, and then one goes a little high, and you go to reach for it and catch it. And then as you do, one of them you don't quite catch and just goes down and just lands in your boot. You take 2 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, so,
wow, that was pretty impressive.
I'm still working on it.
I can see that.
So thinking maybe
Keep at it.
if this doesn't go well, I could join the circus.
Okay, what?
If this doesn't go well, I could join the circus.
Oh yeah.
Have you picked a room out yet?
No.
Check it out. I got dibs on the master.
Alright.
Pretty cool, right? Look at how big this room is.
Still pretty rotten, it looks like.
As you kind of look over Asher's shoulder, it looks like there's an area that's like been completely collapsed where it's open to the environment.
Ooh.
There's like a nice breeze.
Obviously, it needs a little bit of love, but I'm pretty sure once it's done, it'll look totally dope. I'm just saying, I don't think anyone else has picked a room, so you should look around. Maybe get yourself one before all the
Okay.
good ones are gone.
I walked down the hall,
Okay.
and the one that has the most plants growing in it, I will claim as my own.
Okay. Do you count mold?
Mold.
Does
no,
that count?
I don't.
That doesn't
No,
count.
I don't want that.
Okay. There is one area of the house that it looks like a tree at one point had either partially collapsed but was still attached at the root and is broken through one of the windows, and there's a tree growing into the room.
Oh, nice. I touched the tree so I could teleport there whenever I want.
I like it.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Smarty pants.
All right. Anyone else do anything before your rest?
I want to go up and see if anybody wants to join me on the roof and just stare at the stars for a few hours.
That sounds super intimate. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm too.
So,
Is there any alcohol in this house? I'm gonna get some alcohol. and
Dude,
go with them.
in real life, I would do that with you guys.
Yeah,
Let's
that sounds hella nice.
make an investigation check with advantage because I'm assuming someone's helping you.
I'm helping her
Yeah,
for
yeah.
alcohol.
Okay.
We're bringing like a
investigation.
few bottles.
15.
Got any whiskey?
15.
Hmm?
You do find a couple things. You find what appears to be a old stash of, this is you and Harmony kind of searching in this cellar.
Yeah.
You find an old stash of spirits, like whiskey, like gin. You feel like to kind of serve everyone, you'd kind of have to mix and match. You do come across a gorgeous bottle of a very fine-looking wine that is many years pre-sovereignty.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Old as fuck.
Yeah, I'll slowly take it out and show Harmony.
As far as you could tell, it's a red wine from a town called Merst in Adria. You could tell this is a very expensive bottle of wine. It doesn't look like there'd be a whole lot to share with everybody, but
So it's not a full one?
I mean, it's a full bottle, but I'm counting Hyde like 3 times.
should be.
I don't drink those, so take one of those away. Mine.
Just letting you know, you found a bunch of spirits that could definitely serve everyone, and then you found a very nice bottle of wine. Well, it's a full bottle.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Harmony will take the bottle of wine, and if there's like on top of a shelf somewhere behind a barrel, go stash this expensive bottle of wine up there.
I
Trying
didn't
to
see
hide it.
anything. And then I'll start handing you some of the other bottles. And then grab the other ones.
And then grab the rest of the spirits,
Okay.
as many as we can carry.
Yep.
Okay. You guys are kind of handing these spirits back and forth, and there's this awkward moment where when you hand this bottle of it appears to be like a darker liquor, Harmony grabs it, and it's so dusty that it completely just slips out of her hand and shatters on the floor.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
And
Are you okay?
Harmony, as you look, you've kind of some fucking how as it shattered, you kind of like reach down and try to catch it, and there's just like a cut in your hand from the glass. You actually took 4 points of slashing damage.
Holy
Oh
shit.
shit. I'll grab her hand immediately as soon as I see the cut, and I'll cast Healing Word on it.
Okay. With that, Ezra kind of grabs your hand, and you don't need to roll because your lowest number would fully
It's
heal
like
that.
6, yeah.
Yeah.
7.
So with a word, this warm divine energy kind of flows through you, and your wound is perfectly cleansed, leaving ever so slightly like a tiny little mark on the palm of your left hand.
And I'll kind of hold her hand a little longer.
This is a very intimate moment.
Thank you.
I'm on the roof just wondering where everyone is. I thought they said to meet up here, and I'm just alone.
I mean, it's been 2 minutes.
Can I get to the roof from my
I'm needy.
hole in the wall?
Sure.
Anyway, back to Ezra and Harmony.
Harmony squeezes her hand for a little bit before we should get back up to them.
Okay. I'll start making my way up.
Okay. So with that, Ezra and Harmony come back. They've got just, you see both of them are like hugging, like
Hey, there's the party.
it's like 5 bottles of mostly depleted hard liquors. Many of them, the labels, you can't even read what this shit used to be, but it smells very alcoholic.
It works for me.
Virgil doesn't drink alcohol very often, but this time he will.
Oh shit, even Virgil's joining.
It's a good moment
Nice.
with you guys.
Guess we'll have to restock, huh?
You as you're kind of sitting on the ceiling all together, just kind of being able to take a deep breath for the first time, you see a couple shooting stars just kind of zip by.
Do we see them land?
You don't see the first couple land, but after a second, you see this beautiful like streak of yellow light. And it appears to enter the atmosphere and kind of almost like burn up and fade into almost nothingness. You don't really see it in time.
I'd like to raise my glass and say a toast. And then, after a brief pause, just say, to a new day. And then I'll take a sip.
I'll take a sip too.
To a new day.
Okay, so you all toast to a new day under the light of a new moon.
Is there only one?
One moon?
Yes.
So there previously was one moon that would orbit. There was another moon that had been, through some aberrancy, like stationary, and that was New Delhi. Ever since whatever happened, New Delhi had just been locked perfectly in space, and sometimes, depending on where you were, from Dweomerheart, you could see the celestial satellite that is New Delhi. There are now 2 moons that orbit.
Wonder where this other moon came from.
Yeah. A blessing from the queen.
Or, I wonder what happened to the sink. How this moon shifts the tides. I mean, it could be all the way underwater now.
Hope
That's
not.
actually true.
Yeah.
I'd never
That's a
thought
good
about
point.
that.
Just
We should check it
physics.
out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to try something? I have a spell I want to try out.
I was half convinced you were gonna pull out drugs.
So was I.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say yes.
I was too.
I was also going to say yes.
Oh, no, man.
Oh, we were all slightly disappointed, but also intrigued with what you said.
Right.
I haven't
What
gotten a
kind of
chance to use Zone of Truth yet.
Oh, shit.
What does it do?
Makes.
Makes you tell the truth.
Yeah.
Any
it's truth
questions
serum.
that people ask you?
Oh shit, this is like a spell casting drinking game.
Yeah.
Harmony is familiar with this spell. She begins filling up drinks again.
Yeah, I'll play. I'm always honest. I don't think I've hidden anything.
All right.
So
I'm gonna
everyone
cast
takes-
it. Everyone has to fail it. Don't fight it.
Okay.
And then
Anyone
I'll-
fighting?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll cast Zone of Truth on everyone in the circle.
Okay. As it happens, you all feel this really like fuzzy feeling inside. You feel kind of giddy and inebriated, and just you have this compulsion to share your secrets. So you are all now. So to be clear, you don't have to share anything, but you cannot willingly tell a lie. You can be silent, but you cannot willingly tell a lie.
And then DM will keep us honest.
Harmony.
Oh God, why?
Harmony. Let me get one of those drinks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry.
You give him a drink.
Oh god, why?
Anyone who has a questions for anyone else can start.
Oh boy.
I sure fell.
After that first drink.
Flatlines. Ezra, you started this. Why don't you ask the first question?
Sure. What are you most proud of, Harmony?
She sets the glass down and says, I had a very nice life. I built a very nice life for myself before the scourge corrupted things. I had what you could call a family, I suppose.
Did you have kids? Did you have...
No, they couldn't, it didn't work like that with them.
No.
What is the scourge to you, Harmony? And don't lie.
A misguided, well, this is more of an opinion, so it's interesting that, can you even lie with this?
No.
Just
No,
say whatever you
no,
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just kidding.
Misguided ideology and a parasite that is killing our people that needs to be stopped. What is it to you?
A desperation rooted in fear and guided by those who no longer wish to have the boot pressed down on them, but who wish to wear the boot and press down on others.
We think similar thoughts.
I take another drink.
Is Asher still standing?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm 15, okay?
Can handle my liquor.
I can handle my liquor.
How much did you drink, Asher?
There's 2 sips.
Just two ships. It's two ships.
Okay.
I'm nursing it.
I'd like to ask Fira, because I don't really think I know too much about her, about her childhood.
Well, what about my childhood?
What was it like before you met Ezra?
Well, it's been, I would say, I'm a young adult right now, 100 and plus years.
You're a
I'm
how
an
old?
elf.
I'm sorry.
I'm 125, I think. So I don't remember all too much. I never had much struggles. I think things were pretty straightforward. And life didn't really change all too much until I met Ezra's mom. And from there, things just escalated.
How did you meet Ezra's mother?
We lived,
I'm putting you on the spot.
I am making things up right now. We lived in the same town.
I love it. Do it.
And we just connected so well, even though we were completely different at the same time. And I see a lot of Camila and Ezra.
That's her name, Camila.
Yes. Which reminds me, Ezra, do you think she's still out there? Do you think your father was lying for telling the truth? And do you want to pursue her?
You know, if it wasn't for the zone of truth, I would lie to you right now. But I think she's long dead, Fira.
I take a long sip.
Now, you can try and scry on her.
I tried that, I think. I didn't get anything back. I really hope she's alive. And I would like to pursue it anyways.
Yeah, I'm with Ezra on this one.
Vera, do you remember what she looks like? Does anybody remember what your mother looks like?
I would know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't actually know exactly what she looks like.
I mean, hey, you're the first one to say it, so you can make it up.
Okay. Well,
You can make it canon right now.
she shares, like I said, Ezra shares a lot of physical characteristics. Long black hair with the same piercing eyes as Ezra has.
As she's describing it, I'm using minor illusion to try to just slowly build a bust portrait of most likely just like an aged up Ezra, but following Fira's descriptions.
It's interesting. The depiction that Harmony makes looks a little older than what Camilla looked like, because Camilla was a half-elf. So she didn't really show signs of aging. At least not when you last saw her.
And what was her last name?
Hemlock.
Camilla Hemlock.
What do you think, Farah? Do you think she's alive?
I think she is. I don't think she would have gave up easily.
You want to look for her too?
Of course I do.
As you guys are having this conversation, you guys can't help but notice that Hyde is like very deep in thought right now.
What you thinking there, Hyde?
It's almost got like a bit of a sorrowful look.
Last time I saw her.
Oh, who?
What?
Her name was Mila. She was the one I saw at the Lost Bastion. The one that told me to protect Asher.
Yes, that's her.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
just gonna look over at Asher.
holy shit. I guess we're brother and sister, huh?
I guess so.
Well, that's crazy. Okay, so who's blood related and who's the step brother? So Hyde's a step brother, right?
No, Hyde was
That's a
Like-
It's
guardian.
not
the
even.
guardian.
Just the guardian. Okay, but you call
Yeah.
him little brother.
Yep.
Okay, but Ezra and Asher are actually blood.
Seems like
Seems
their
like
mother
it.
is the same person.
But Fira and Ezra just call each other sisters sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's like
But the one called sister is an actual.
But the one
blood
called
relation.
It's a
sister
little
is not an
confusing,
actual
guys.
sister.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a step back. None of y'all are kin. I'm gonna say that right now. Oh God. Okay, I'm with you.
I'd definitely be into looking for her again.
I wonder who your dad is.
Me?
Yeah.
Anybody at this point.
We don't have the same dad?
If the timeline is right, no.
Yeah. Never met my mom. Don't know who my dad is. This whole time I thought I was Hyde's brother. Oh man.
Share blood to be brothers.
I
So-
am.
I mean, I thought I was your biological brother.
I know it's hard to drop that on you, kid, but
It's just kind of a lot, you know, and like a short amount of time.
Wait, up until this point, you thought you guys were biological brothers?
Up until like a week ago.
Oh my god, what a fucking crazy life this is.
This is like the Jerry Springer show.
Jesus
Died,
Christ.
found out, turned into a cat, found out I'm not related to Hyde, turned back into a person, found out I am related to Ezra. And we still don't know who my dad is. Hyde, are you my dad?
Are you his dad, Hyde?
Did you bang Ezra's mom?
Did you bang my mom?
I have something to tell you.
there's
What?
a lot that I don't remember, but I don't think so.
You don't remember who you
That's not a
Oh
no.
my gosh, Hyde.
Answer the question, Hyde.
A lot of my past is foggy.
Hyde?
A lot of my past is foggy. I don't remember much. There was, yeah,
You just,
whatever had happened to me at,
it was foggy, like you're just going to orgies and you don't know who you're fucking? Like what?
there's a lot of years I don't remember. Something had happened to me a long time ago, and it probably has to do with this damn barcode I've got, but a lot of it I just don't remember. That's why I've kind of been lost and just tried to create a new way, or a new life for myself as I've kind of gone along.
What's
So
the
my
earliest
plan was
memory you
right.
have, Hyde?
Fuck, I don't even remember. I just remember growing up and being part of a clan and trained to hunt. They say I had some unique abilities and kind of helped me hone and train it and to focus it towards something. Yeah, it's, like I said, my past is really foggy. I don't know why I can't remember. I just can't. Mostly all I remember is just being with the clan and the herd, going on hunting calls, and yeah, that's really about it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, how did you meet my mom?
We had we went to hey Alex, you know the backstory to that one again.
So you both ended up in the Lost Bastion.
Yeah.
So you were both in prison together.
Did she
Or
ever
like
tell you why?
No. I wasn't very talkative back then. Just amongst the chaos, she just gave me this child and trusted me to raise him on my own, as a brother, as family. Yeah,
How long did you know her for?
wasn't long. It was pretty much while we were in the prison, right?
so the story that Hyde tells you
Thank you.
is
Thank you, Alex.
Zero had to make it up. I think, come on.
essentially, well, this, to be fair, I told Hyde this, or I told Eddie this in July of last year. So
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I told him this before campaign 2 ended. So it's kind of a long time ago. So don't, it's fine. So basically Hyde explains that he was essentially locked away in the Lost Bastion for what he was told is that he essentially had gone feral at some point. And when he was there, he met a woman who went by the name of Mila. She at the time was pregnant with a child when she was imprisoned, and she actually ended up having her baby in the prison. There was a...
Wait, so she was pregnant before she got locked up?
Yeah. She was essentially, there was a siege on the prison by Hyde's clanmates, and Hyde and Mila were kind of separated by by prison bars where Hyde was able to escape and she was not, and she insisted that Hyde take her child to be with his people so that he could have a chance to not just spend his whole life in the prison. So he made it out, she didn't.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay.
Ezra, do you know anything about your father?
He was locked away a lot of the time. Now that I know, it was because of sister. So...
He was locked away because of sister?
I don't really have that many memories of him from when I was younger. All I remember was him being locked away in his office. So I didn't really know a lot about him.
What did he look like?
Well, you guys met him. I mean, I guess he looked a little different.
I'm sorry, we met him? I must have blocked.
He
was
was
the-
He's the marshal.
He's a marshal of that town.
I wasn't there for that episode. Alex told me. I forgot about it. Okay, sorry. Interesting. Okay. My other last question, as I take last swig here, is there anything you are hiding from us, Harmony?
Oh fuck! I thought you were gonna say to Ezra. What the fuck? Interesting. Yes.
now.
What is it?
Is there anything you're hiding from us, Virgil?
He says it with a smile. Nothing.
I guess in the and she
I thought you were gonna tell him about the bottle of booze.
in the matter of fairness, if something goes wrong between all of us, I need to know how to deal with all of you.
What do you mean?
Let's just leave it at that.
Now, can he do that?
Yeah.
Can.
Okay. Damn.
You're the Batman to their Justice League.
Jesus.
Exactly what I'm going for.
Golly.
So
Well,
that ominous note, Harmony just kind of leaves it at that.
I think. Okay, then I'll say. If I think what you mean is true, then I'll look directly into her eyes. For me, all you have to do is ask. And I'll go back to my drink.
You're too good of a man, Virgil. I know there's something inside of you. Nobody is this kind.
And then I'll most likely a question to myself. I wonder, Harmony, what good man. And I say that with sorrowful expression in my eyes. But I don't expect an answer.
Why do you try so hard to be one?
It makes my time in this world a little more bearable. Harmony. With all the power, all the schemes, all the pain, the simple things make it worth it.
With that, you see another cascade of beautiful shooting stars. Just kind of showering the sky from the south. And you watch as 3 of these stars begin entering the atmosphere. This time, this yellow streak does not seem to dissipate. And in the distance, you hear this 3 impacts. And then briefly, there's this just kind of like whoosh of wind as the trees are briefly kind of like swaying as the earth recoils from the impact.
Whoa.
Harmony grabs a bottle, checks to see if it's full, takes a swig, walks down the side of the roof towards the stuff that just fell.
How far is that?
That was close enough for us to hear it.
Yeah, like a couple miles.
I'll follow her.
Alright, well, I guess we're going on an adventure. No sleep tonight.
Only a
I'll
couple
go
miles.
I'll go
It's-
too.
We
This
can
is
only.
exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, this is.
I just wanted to go to the store, but no, we have to wait till tomorrow. Oh, guess what? Meteor.
It's like a Jesus character comes down. Heroes, you're needed across the world. Come now.
Let's go check out the rock.
A couple miles.
Oh,
We can just go
yeah.
walk there and come back and have a good night with some glass that turns us into gods.
Yeah, but then the army dudes are gonna show up, and then we don't know what happened last time.
Oh, I actually. What are you talking about?
You don't remember, you weren't there.
Is
Take
there
the bottle with me and take a swig as we walk.
I take a bottle with me.
is there any way we can protect this house with some form of magic? I really.
Oh, dude, you're fucking right. We can. Hold on. You diabolical bitch. I know I had a spell like this because he told me about it.
Like
I'm
sanctuary
thinking
or
of
something?
Hallow.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Hallow?
like
Yeah,
hollowed
Hallow.
ground or something like that.
it takes
This
24
level.
hours to cast, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're a
Well,
sorcerer.
Virgil, if you have a spell, you could do it in half that.
Oh, you could.
I do. It's right here. Hollow.
Oh.
Okay. You guys go check out the star. I'm gonna start hollowing.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 12-hour cast time.
And then I'll take a nap after.
Okay?
And before we leave, I want to put a hand on Virgil's shoulder
Yeah.
on answering what makes a good man.
Oh.
Good man is hard on himself, whereas a small man is hard on others.
I'm taking that into real life. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You watch as he finishes the rest of the fortune cookie and just kind of like,
And your lucky
No.
numbers are 13 and 12.
I had a really good quote for that when you asked that. I was like, I heard it from a movie once, but I was like, fuck, what was it? I couldn't remember, so I looked something up.
Hold on, it's a good one. I'll remember it.
So are we going to look for this like rock thing?
Not me. I'm hollowing.
Yeah, we're going to look at the fucking rock.
Hey Alex, my points of madness.
yeah,
How do those go away?
with a long rest.
Okay, and I've taken 2, so
1.
Yeah.
they're both gone. Good, yay.
As we're walking
Alright.
there, I want to fall back a little bit with Fira.
Okay.
How close were you and my mom?
We were close enough that she trusted me with you. She left you to me.
I just don't remember. DM question: did me and Fira have a lot of interaction before? When that happened?
Sorry, before what happened?
Before we went to meet her after the fall of the.
Yeah. Yeah, a reasonable amount.
Okay.
Oh, okay, guys. Before this session ends, let me ask you this. Do you, because I can choose after I cast it, to affect certain people based on parameters. Would you guys like to carry my mark?
What does that do?
I don't know what.
So it's a brand. I can make it small though. And basically after I cast a spell, I can put down anyone who's carrying my mark will have increased energy protection from radiant damage, as I'll choose that. So that means if I go into Scourge mode in that bubble, you guys will not be hurt by my aura.
Oh shit, that's cool.
I'll take it.
If you go in Scourge form at the house?
At the house.
So, are you guys all investigating right now and leaving Virgil behind, or are you taking a rest? Because the other thing is your party's inebriated as well.
Harmony
Yeah,
is
I'm not-
going, no
I'm not
matter
going.
who's going. And she's
I'm going to stay with Virgil.
Bless you.
Okay, so who's investigating?
Are you guys actually going for it?
Yes, Harmony
I
is
was thinking we
going.
should take a rest. Jesus Christ.
Very
All right,
drunk.
drunk adventures.
I'll go with Harmony.
Okay.
What are you doing, Fira?
Oh man, I'm like, I go with Ezra.
You guys are going, I'll go too. Fuck it.
Actually, you're not dying this round because you're with me, bud.
All right. I'd like you, the 4 of you, to make stealth checks.
Wait, can I cast something before we do our checks?
Yeah.
Pass without a trace? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nice.
12, doesn't it?
Yeah, that adds 10.
Yeah.
10 to it, yeah.
Okay, so mine's a lot.
I have
Asher is
disadvantage.
ridiculous.
I have
Yeah,
disadvantage
that's
as
20.
well.
Was this
That
stealth?
means it's a
Oh, wait, I
straight
was
roll, isn't it?
with
No. It doesn't give you advantage. It gives you a plus 10.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Plus your other
So
modifier.
disadvantage plus 10.
Yep.
right. I got a whole 14 from that.
17.
Okay.
25.
Okay. And Fira?
For 19?
19.
Wait, it adds 10 to your stealth?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It'll
We
be a
still got
base,
so low.
We
it'll
got
be a
terrible.
base 23.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Before I even roll.
Yeah. That's how That's how
expertise
people
can-
be rolling like 50s and stuff on stealth.
Mhm.
So, okay. You begin walking. You begin walking towards where you heard the impact. And it appears as though it's coming from the quarry.
I just have a light. The light cantrip as a little flickering mote of smoke.
Okay. As you're making your way through,
Can I make a perception check to keep an eye on the surround?
sure.
Alright. Oh, that's great. I just need glasses. 5.
Okay. So you get pretty close when you begin hearing this horrible screeching sound. You've now probably traveled for about an hour.
I thought it was only a couple of miles.
Yeah, what the heck?
I would not have gone that far if it was. I probably would have stopped the group.
But you're inebriated, zigzags.
So I mean,
How drunk am
long
I
would it
though?
take- how long would it take to walk out, like, because it's dense forest? So I'd say after about 30 minutes, you start hearing the screeching.
Is it close by?
No.
Okay.
It's probably about another, like, I mean, in the dead of night like this, it's maybe another, like, 5-minute walk to get to the source of the sound. So it's carrying.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we should come back with a full group.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not.
You want to know what? If you would have asked me, Jackie, how drunk you are, I'd make you make a Constitution saving throw and see what your score was.
And after a little less than a minute, the screeching abruptly stops.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, let's just go home.
I'm out.
I'm scared. Scared.
Ezra, make a perception check.
Oh boy.
I've been traumatized by that psycho bitch.
21.
21?
Yep.
For a brief moment, in the distance, through the trees, you heard a heavy footfall, and you just saw, like, briefly what looked like a flash of, like, a bright red light for a second. Something's moving in the forest.
How far
Around.
from us?
Maybe about 80 feet.
80 feet. I'll whisper.
Heavy. Something. You hear it.
Oh, there's something big, guys. 80 feet away. I think we should start heading back.
Pastor, you
I'm
see it?
with you.
Harmony
With
will
Virgil.
flourish
Oh,
her.
that's right. Okay, you stayed behind.
She'll flourish her silky shawl and cast invisibility on all of us.
Ooh.
Okay.
4 people.
Okay. You are
Shit.
all invisible.
This will be better for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But everyone just, can we link hands and not get separated?
Oh yes, we had
One
this
thing,
problem.
one thing
Yeah.
I'd like to do too is mark a tree, like a claw mark or something on it. Something Asher would recognize.
Okay.
Kind of like leaving a trail of breadcrumbs in case we
Okay.
die.
Sure.
Can we see each other
No.
since we're invisible, or no? Okay,
Oh, where did you guys go?
we're holding hands.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are holding hands?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
everyone's holding
Harmony.
hands.
Everyone linked hands when this started because they've dealt with this before.
I say we sit here and wait to see it. If it's an invader, we have to know what it is.
Okay.
Here, is there any way you can like
Before it leaves.
talk to the forest? If you could tell us what it is.
Let me see.
I think you actually can. I don't remember what spell it
Actually,
is.
yes. Did you
Yeah.
just do that?
Love having a druid.
But also, I think casting anything breaks invisibility, right?
It does.
It does? Oh, okay. Damn.
It might not be a spell.
No, I do not have that spell equipped.
Okay.
Okay.
What is your psionic thing?
She can reverse
gives me, like-
org into animals.
She can what?
She can get the last like 1 to 4
Okay.
hours of
Yeah,
an animal's
yeah.
sight.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Just chilling, I guess.
Well, is this thing coming closer?
Your way, it seems to be kind of circling around. Doesn't appear to have noticed anyone yet.
Would throwing a rock like break the invisibility?
No.
Can I like chuck one and to hit a tree to make some noise? See if I can draw it near us.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Do I still have the plus 10?
No.
Okay, that's a 7.
Okay.
Actually, I could try to commune with nature again.
Is
Can't
that-
talk to the plants, but I can know like what kind of animal would that help?
So you're attempting to commune with nature?
Yeah, if I try that again.
Go hide.
Is it a spell?
Go hide first.
Yes.
Okay, that will break your invisibility.
Even though I didn't cast it?
If you do cast it, it will break your invisibility.
No, even though I didn't cast the invisibility on me?
Yeah. Harmony cast it on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it breaks it. If
If you attack
Like,
something,
doesn't matter.
regardless, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, never mind.
Okay. So that hide through a rock, and definitely whatever it is appears to have reacted. So
Everyone stay still.
something real quick. Okay. So this large entity is approaching. And for a second, you begin to hear this. It almost sounds like a horn. This. And you watch as there is this loud, almost like a sound of a circuit breaker being turned on, this loud, like, thud. And with that, the whole area around you, in a cone, is illuminated in red light that is just passing through you. And you watch as there is like this beam of light that kind of goes in this parallel like scan that begins moving up and down in that cone of light.
Oh shit. Move.
Closes that to us, yeah.
Move.
This
Start pulling everybody away.
this is what you see,
It's a big ass, dude.
and as that happens, you notice that as you look over your friends, the small parts of them that are exposed to this light, you can see.
The red light.
Yeah, faintly. I'd like everyone to make a stealth check again.
Oh my god.
We do still have the thing, right?
Pass without a trace.
Still have pass without a trace.
It's not bad. 28.
20.
Okay. Hyde,
You're
you're muted. And then Fira, also muted.
Also
I had 21.
Okay.
26.
Okay. So with that, as it scans through, there doesn't appear to be a response. It turns and begins to go about its business. And then flanking you from the other side, you see another one of these creatures walk up. This one does not scan through. It walks through your group, bisecting you, and goes past.
Yeah, these are things we definitely.
Do they look the same?
These two look identical.
When they pass through, do they look like they're made of organic or inorganic material?
They look like very much they're made of inorganic material. This is not any kind of tech you have seen.
Hammer will be good against
They look inorganic, but weirdly, they almost don't even look man-made. These look very alien. And funnily enough, you all kind of hear this faint, like, as it passes over you, that red light that sort of scanned through. In fact, as that one that walks through you, as it passes you, you hear this like whining sound coming from that faint red lens as it approaches your group. It's humming at a frequency that sounds somewhat familiar.
Can I do a history check on that?
To a revenant?
Oh, fuck.
Not quite. It sounds like every once in a while the faint ringing that you would get in your ears whenever Daru was interacting with gate glass.
Shit.
And with that, it stops and whips around
Oh, fuck.
in this absurdly fast motion. And with that, once again, you hear this just this horribly loud, like foghorn sound. And it seemingly has noticed you.
I literally got scared and farted.
Um,
Like, he said turned around.
We have two people here that are trained in religion.
One's gone.
I think Harmony is too.
I'm trained in religion.
I'd like Ezra and Harmony to make a religion check.
Oh, we have 3 people. Okay. Total in the party, I mean.
The phone may literally
8.
die.
I'm also trained in religion.
Harmony?
Okay.
17.
17. You guys are pretty scared right now. Harmony, your heart sinks in your chest. You've seen this thing looks a little familiar.
She's already thinking of.
You've seen illustrations before of ancient constructs left by the gods that were essentially tasked with destroying things that should not exist. And although the gods have long died, these sentinels have lived on, carrying out their laws with extreme prejudice. And the word hits the back of your mind. The word inevitables.
Mother.
And that's where we're going to end our session.
That's a cool name.
Guys, we need to run.
I'm not missing the next session.
Damn it.
Now, what? Before he
Suppose
said
you know what these are, Spears?
Yes.
Oh.
Before he said the extreme prejudice thing, I was like, maybe we should just leave them alone. I was like, oh wait, maybe they're doing some bad shit.
Well, they're extremely prejudiced against you.
It just means that essentially they're there to correct cosmic mistakes.
I don't know if we should break them.
I don't know if I want to fight that thing.
I
Pick
don't
names
think
and
we
take your
I want
ass.
to fight it. He definitely wants to fight it. I want to put my hammer to work, but it
Do you see how tall that is?
Yeah,
Your hammer's not going to do shit.
it might.
Hey, can I
You're
brand
happy.
Asher?
Yeah.
No.
No, I mean it's been like 30 minutes. You do not have time.
All right.
Asher's gonna wake up in the morning before you're done casting the spell.
Okay.
Oh, what? That whole time while we were just hanging out, he's doing this casting. I'm just like popping into a shadow, going unseen, then popping out, and then going back. Popping out, and going back.
Every time I see him, we'll go.
Trying to entertain myself.
Next game of Where's the Baby?
Yeah.
All right, gang. That's where we're gonna end our session.
All right, that was fun, man. It was good seeing you guys.
Yeah, it's good seeing you too, Eddie.
Oh,
Good
Buddy.
session, guys.
Good session and good luck.
I will see you guys later.
Exactly what I said was
Bye,
going
thank
to
you.
happen.
Bye, guys.
Exactly what I said.